Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday to each and everyone. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday to each and everyone. Happy Sunday to each and everyone. Guys, I want to talk about something because somebody that follow me on YouTube send me a text. I make a comment on the 15-year-old that killed. He went to kill 3 person, guys, and 2 dead and 1 survive. Do you know who is God? Do you know who is God? That's my question to each and everyone. Do you know who is God? And I'm going to give you some of my story because somebody told me because they never take somebody for me. You don't know my story. You know yourself. I will not put your name out on my YouTube stuff. You don't know my story. And let me give you guys a little bit of me. I came to the United States very young. And when I came here, me and my dad, we wasn't having a good relationship, you know. Left up to how my mom, and be honest with you, you know, your back home parents, you know, when the man them not really do good, you know, them bash them and go on. So I grew up with this thing that he is a no good father, he's a sperms donor. We're gonna keep it real and keep it 100. I grew up on just a sperms donor. Can me have, me not like guys, me not much on a lady span this. They brave like me. Me a Aries. Born the 15th of April. Me not afraid of nobody. Yeah, I do not scared of no one. I fear my God. I fear no one else but my God. Because in a wink of an eye, my God can flip things around. So don't come on my page, on my platform and tell me and disrespect me and say certain stuff to me. I tell you, I do not use profanity anymore. I can discipline if you want to be disciplined, but not with profanity, because I don't have to use profanity to get my point in and get my word across. And let me tell you, while I was in the United States, my aunt took me here. My aunt took me here. You hear me? And my aunt take 2 of my kids here. But the other rest I have, they born right in the United States. Alright? And I know I tell you guys how many kids I have. And I'm not embarrassed about my kids, because those are my kids. Alright? You did not feel the pain for me. I feel my pain and give birth to my kids. Alright? With a S. And I bless God for them, and I thank God for them, and I lift up God for them. Because if it would have never happened if it was not for my God. And while I was here, me and my dad I went to Jamaica when my son was, he went back to Jamaica when he was 13 for the first time. He went back home. My daughter was 12, he was 13, and the other one then was much younger. So you must know what I'm talking about. My baby have to be around, was she 2? I think she was 2, if I'm not mistaken. She was 2 or 1 when she went back to Jamaica. Because she traveled from she born and she get her birth paper and her social. I look about her passport. You hear me? I went back and I bring my kids to visit my dad, to make him see the kids that I have here. He already know the other 2 first one. They were born and grew up with him in Jamaica. Because I take them very young from Jamaica and bring them here in the United States. If you ask them how long they've been here, they're going to say, listen, me, my daughter, she was growed up here. She grew up yes in the United States. If you call my cell phone and she answered, I think it's a white person. She very decent and classy. My first son, oh my God, his accent is so deep. Me go in it to know. A prison in go learn to speak Jamaica language. My son go a prison to speak Jamaica language, patois, Jamaica patois. He grew up in a Canadian house. My aunt is a Canadian. She leave Jamaica very young and went to Canada, go to high school, college and everything. So me telling you something. Then leave Canada, come here, live here and everything. Have a house in Toronto, have one here. Rent out the one in Toronto, have one here. Don't tell me nothing. I grew up in a Canadian Jamaican house. Because I came here young. Because once she see I have 2 kids, she snatched me away from Jamaica. She take me up. She said, no. And that's how things go. Let me tell you something, guys. When my son went back to Jamaica, I went to visit. When my kids went back to Jamaica, my mistake, when my kids went back to Jamaica, they were, you know, my oldest was 13, the other one was 12, then the other one was, they were what? The boys that I said, after my daughter, after my son, my daughter, then the boys. The boys them have to be, oh my God, they were young. They have to be 8, no, around, it was 8, 9, around 8 or around 9. And the other one was like 7. And my baby was like, you know, because she's the youngest one. She have to be 2 or 1, around 1 or 2, because she was a baby. And let me tell you something, it's not easy. When me come back up, I'm going to visit my dad, make him see all of us kids and when me come here and have, it wasn't that easy because we become very close. And I remember at a point when my dad never have a phone and I send the phone to one of my sister by my mother's side. And she hook up WhatsApp on it for him. I said, hook up things that he can contact me and put my number in there. She put the number, may God bless Trisha. God bless her, me nah lie. She put the WhatsApp number, she put Facebook messenger on there. And I tell you guys, every morning and every night, me and my dad never freeze a talk. Every night and every morning, me and never freeze a talk. So I don't want you to come on my page and tell me when I'm talking and I say, pray for the kids. Don't come on my platform and tell me because I don't have somebody dead. When me and my father become so close and closer and closer that I have this love for my dad up until now. I tell you that nobody can break this love. Nobody. When my dad called me and tell me he have cancer, do you know how it felt to know the love of my life? My dad, I love my dad. You know how I greet my dad and my favorite uncle by my dad's side, Uncle Paul? They kiss me on my lips. I mean kiss me, I mean kiss where people are. And I go, no. That's my dad. I could trust my girls with my dad and my sisters. Never molest me, never touch me, going around him. I was growing up with him until him and my father, my mother pull apart. When them pull apart, daddy take the two away. He take who him forget. And my mom said, no, you not raise my girls. My mother take the girl and my father take the boy. And I succumbs. I used to go there every Saturday. Go and have breakfast every Sunday with my grandparents. Go to their church. I don't remember where they church because I was young. But I remember my dad. Even if I don't remember, I remember my dad and my grandfather, which is my father. And I remember my uncle because he treat me good. I know every week he get paid. I go to Alfred Tree and pick up my allowance. My grandfather, every Sunday, me get my ice cream money. Me and my sister by my mom's side. Plus I get my little. So I'm getting money both ways. Even though my dad was to give it. But my uncle and my grandfather make sure I have money. I remember when my brother Nicholas left the house to go meet his girlfriend on a Tower Hill. I wonder if now true Jamaican depend this. Well, live close to Tower Hill. Oh my God. Help me, Jesus. Because they just don't know my story. You don't know my story. 5 minutes, my dad talked to my brother at 11 o'clock. They have a long half-an-hour conversation. And Nicholas went to meet his girlfriend. At those times, they used to use your woman to set you up for kill you. And my brother always, I tell my brother, you can't catch him, but I don't know how them use the woman to catch Nick. I don't know how they use the woman to catch my brother. I don't know how them use the woman to catch my brother. And I tell you, that's the brother I named my firstborn after. You hear me? My brother name is Nicholas Fraser. My son name is Nicholas Anthony Gardner. So let me tell you something, don't play with me. 5 minutes to 12. I had a shot. My uncle hear the gate and knock. My favorite uncle, Uncle Paul, and come out them say, your son dead. Then chop off him head and chop off him hand. And throw him body in the gully and throw him head pan the bank side. Oh Father, that was my favorite brother. He was my favorite brother. I named my son after him. I remember when my son started school, he was 2 because my son was potty trained from 1. My son, I walked when he was 8 months. Oh my God. My son Nicholas was walking when he was 8 months, potty trained, and I got school at age 2. Then I said, listen me. The teacher was Miss Brown. I said, Miss Brown, my son can use the bathroom. He talk plain. Have straight conversation with him, not if I'm buffle, not tie up him tongue. Tongue was loose. Shatter. Don't come on my platform and tell me nothing. You know, oh my God. And when my uncles got in the room and see my 2 cousins, which is my uncle, 2 boys, him say, my son. Him say, yes, your son, the short, dark guy, handsome guy, and have bow leg. Him say, no man, that I'm never Nicholas when he call my father and tell my father. Never. That I'm a father, brother, you know. If them, nah lie. Me say Nicholas dead enough. Haraba shata. Yekobo shata ya. Don't tell me nothing. Yerebo shata ya. Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. It was not easy for my dad. I could not. Haraba shata. I couldn't even pray through my dad because me have to pray for myself knowing that me just lose a brother. Them chop off his head, chop off his hand and throw his head one side and throw his body one side and put the hand one side. Don't come on my platform and tell me nothing. You don't know my story. Don't come on this and disrespect me and think that I'm playing with none of you. I'm not playing with you. When I get the call, I was in shock. You know, my son grew up with my brother. All he talk about Nicholas and Nicholas pick him up. Nicholas, I pick up Nicholas. That was his first nephew. I give my dad his first grandkids. My brother, he was the oldest one. I don't know what Devon was waiting for. But I give my dad his first grandkids. And I stop first. Alabasha, stop having kids. Because I see my last baby almost... Anybody ever go to death road and come back? I mean, giving birth. And I, oh my God, I have to give me oxygen and give me IV in my hand till my hand swell big, my right hand. I have to switch it from my right to my left. Don't tell me nothing about death and how death feel like because I lost my favorite brother. Somebody chop off his head. Can I hold these people account? No, I will not bash them and tell them who killed my brother. Because listen, when you know God and you receive God and you receive the Holy Spirit, you know you have to have a heart forgiveness because God said for him to forgive you, you have to learn to forgive people that hurt you. Let me tell you something, guys. It's not easy. My God, my God. Jesus, your Lord, my God. Jesus is Lord. I'm going to tell you, Araba Shataya, Yekebo Shataya, my God, my God, my God. Oh my God, Yebobo Sha, Yekebo Shataya. Oh Jesus, 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 my God, my God, my God. Oh God, oh God, oh God. They don't know my story, God. They don't know my story. When my brother died, my dad, a year after, you know, he feels sick. The 2 years now got in now. He feel extra sick. He went to the doctor and do tests and they find out he have cancer. It hit my dad so hard because we become best friend. I could tell my dad anything. And let me tell you something. While my dad have cancer, my son went to prison. Nicholas went to prison. So you can imagine. I've not healed from my brother. My dad just found out my dad have cancer. My best friend. My mother don't care about me, but my dad love me unconditionally. Don't come on my platform and tell me nothing. I'm a very outspoken person. All my sister can tell you. When I come to Jamaica and there's a problem, they like to bring the problem before me. I'm not the oldest one, guys, but they bring the problem to me that I can solve it. I think God have purpose for me, and that's why I go through so many things in my life, as I told you guys. And while my dad was fighting cancer, I remember one day I was saving some money, my tithe, because even though I know God, I was going to this church and him started telling me about tithe, and I saved all the tithe. When my dad have cancer, I said, God, I'm going to use this money and sow into my dad and I need a healing. But that was something wrong I did. Okay, he said, you cannot. A man robbed from the storehouse. And I take God 10% and give to my dad. What I should do is pray and fast. And I would get a shift and a healing and a deliverance from my dad. But I stole from God and give to him, which I should not have done. And let me tell you, my dad was battling for cancer. My son, when he found out, he used to call me every day, as I tell you guys, every night, and check up on me. And I called him one day in tears. And nobody ever cried till they got into that temper. And I called my dad and I said, Dad, they sentenced Nick to prison. What am I going to do? My dad said to me, him don't know what happened to the Nicholas them. I said, I don't know. I have no mother. I want to have you and God. I can't even sleep or eat. I lose my brother. My dad wrestling with cancer. I don't know what to do. I'm in a spot in my life. When my dad get worse, where I go? Oh, when my dad get worse, my son upstate, the borderline of Canada and New York. The borderline of Canada and New York. How many hours? I forgot man not go pick up the bus from in the night for get there to the next morning. I come to agreement with my son. Listen, my dad is very sick. I have a baby in my house. I have nobody to watch her. At the time, my daughter, you know, she young, she party, she do this, and my other boys, they were in school. You can't, you know, this wasn't their battle. This wasn't their thing that they're supposed to carry. I can't be selfish. What do you want me to do? This is what. And I lay some things on the table with my son. And I said to him, I'll make sure you get your 30-pound box with your fruits and everything. I'll make sure I send clothes and socks. Guys, I stick to my bargain until my son did his time and came out. Ask him. I even sent clothes 3 weeks before he was released for him to wear out. And when he wear that clothes out and shoes, we stripping in Manhattan. Yes, I strip because I have to pick him up in Manhattan because that's where the bus bring him. I strip him in Manhattan and bring clothes for him because he wasn't going to wear that clothes in my house because my dad already gave me the look before he died. Listen to me, guys. I was there talking to my dad. And remember, my dad is my best friend. My dad would call me 2-3 times a day if he can, if credit on the phone. You know, I'll make sure my sister make sure him phone, she go check him. When I found out he had the cancer, it was not easy. My brother did take a toll on my dad's life. Remember, by my dad's side, there's 7 of us. I'm the first daughter. My brother is first than me. You can imagine you lost a best friend, you lost a father. Don't come on my phone because somebody killed my brother. My dad take it to heart and passed away. He couldn't get treatment because there's me, my uncle, my aunt, all of my dad's side of families in Canada. They were sending money. My dad become a drug addict, start taking crack because my son died. I'm getting sick. I go to the doctor, find out I have cancer. What left for me to do? I think he gave up because I used to call and tell him, Daddy, I believe you can overcome this cancer. But what I was doing for myself and my other siblings, I was praying God that it stop right there, that cancer don't spread no more. Because that's a curse, a generation curse. My grandfather died from cancer. My aunt died from cancer. My dad, the devil is alive. It stopped right there. It's many times in December or sometime when I sit and I see my dad not calling me, it break me down. Yes, it do, because that's my best friend. That's my dad. And I lost a brother. My dad will call me and check upon me. When my dad on his deathbed and he asked me to come there, bring all his grandkids. I said, Daddy, don't forget Nicholas. I said, listen, me already in so many pain. You know where Nick is? I choose between my son and my dad, and I choose my son over my dad. And do I regret it? I do, even though that's my son. I should have trust God and pray and go there and visit my son. But it's when you move from the presence of God and step backward, that's what happens when you don't trust God. I should have prayed and fast and go visit my dad and bring the rest of grandkids that he could see them and make God work and cover and protect my son in prison, which he did. God did cover and protect my son in prison. He did. He did cover and protect my son. When my dad died, I tell you, I was in shock. He died because he asked me to come and, you know, I never went. But when he died with his eye open. They glue his eye down because every time they glue his eye down. And I asked, why did they do that? Why did they violate his right? You know, but I just remember Jamaica under no discipline. The all of them is corruption. So they take away people's right. And guys, listen to me. I lost a brother because of his friend, and they couldn't get his friend. They couldn't get his friend, so they used his woman to get to him. Don't tell me nothing. That was my favorite brother. That was my best brother. I love Nicholas up until today. I named my first son after my brother. When I leave Jamaica and came here, my son was young. I leave him when he just started school. I leave Jamaica age 2. I leave and come here. Never waste no time. I snatched him here when he was like 5.5. After 5, I grabbed my daughter right after him. A year after, I take my daughter because my aunt desire I go and I have more kids. She said, no, 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 no. We leave those kids in Jamaica. Then I snatch my firstborn. Then I snatch my daughter. Then I start having more kids here. And I have the last one and I almost die. My aunt said to me, you have to go on birth control. That's it. And I listen to my aunt. I try every pills. I try the patch. You know, you have one where you put in your aunt. I try everything. Let me tell you something. I have people that I have brother that I lost because they couldn't get to his friend. They use this woman and kill him. To make them know that they not play anyway. My brother died. And then after that, my dad feels sick and he never went. And the following year, he went to the doctor. He found out about the cancer. Because of my brother's death, my dad, it took a toll on my dad's life. And he did not take the treatment. All that money we sent to him, both me, my aunts, my uncles in Canada, my grandmother in Canada, my father, mother. My granddad died from cancer. My aunt died from cancer. My father. I said, God, it stopped right. We break the curse. And it stopped right there. Let me tell you something. 6 of us is here. 3 girl and 3 boy. And let me tell you something. Don't tell me I have nobody, I have no one that somebody killed. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't come on my platform and try to think you can. No, no, no. You can't put me down. You don't know my story. Stop it. Stop it. You understand me? Right after my dad died, my son was released. After my dad buried, my son was released. My dad died this year. The following year, I think my son released. I must ask him. Nick, what year you released from prison again? Cause my dad died 2005. What year he released from prison? 2006? 2015, 2015 my dad released. 2015. 2016 he released or 2017? 2016, a year after. 2015 my dad died and 2016 my son was released from prison. My dad dreamed me like 5 times. One time he dreamt me and tell me, don't worry about Nick. My son is okay. The next time he dreamt me and tell me about my stepmother. He dreamt me again and tell me about him granddaughter, which is my baby. And he dreamt me again after that. 2015 my dad died. 2015 my dad died. And my son released a year after my dad died. Don't tell me that. Don't be rude and disrespectful. Alright guys, please. Sometimes when we don't know some things, we have to keep our mouth closed. And let me tell you something. Those boys that killed my brother, you think I'm gonna go look for them and hurt them now and wish bad upon them? I'm not gonna do that. You know why? I pray God that they can find God and they can find a peace in them heart to come and say them sorry. Because them want somebody that contact with my brother. Them couldn't get the person, them kill him. What we should do? Go and hunt them down and kill them back? No. What that gonna justify? Because me go listen, the Bible said, thou shalt not them kill and me go kill. So the two we not sin. What kind of death? Me don't want them the kind of sin upon me. I'm not taking nobody breath. No, sir. I see what my dad went through. Should I go back me and my 2 sisters and my 3 brothers and kill them for our brother? No. No. Who know better, do better. That's what they say. Who know better, do better. And we know better. Let me tell you something. I've been through it. I know it all. I told you guys. All right? Have a wonderful Sunday. judgmental and all these stuff. People like to be judgmental, judge people and don't know anything.